adjusted, voice adjusted, right shirt. Now let me see if I still remember how to do this. Hello everybody out there in Webland. What is good on the internet? What is good in life? I'm Long Island 495. Got the intro right. Nailed it. So, I have not been able to post YouTube videos in about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, which is why you haven't been seeing me on YouTube. I've been very active on Twitter, but I have not been able to do YouTube videos for a while because my schedule has just become overloaded, and beyond overloaded. System overload. So, I haven't been able to do too many videos, but now my schedule is free for the time being. Hopefully it will stay free so I can talk to you more so on YouTube. So, Ari Limes, thanks for you sending me a video request out of Detroit, Michigan. Send me a video request once again about Detroit radio. And if you have a video request that you want to talk about to me, hey, send it to me. Send me a message. Drop me a line. I am open for all topics, not just radio and sports. Anything, entertainment, politics, whatever you got in your mind, I will talk about it. So, thank you, Ari Limes, for once again sending me another video request. Hey, it's what I do here on YouTube, or at least it's what I try to do to the best of my ability. Or 40% of it. But he sent me a line talking about the smooth jazz station that debuted in Detroit, Michigan a few weeks ago. And it actually debuted on a translator. 104.7 The Oasis is Motown's new smooth jazz station, or at least Northern Detroit's new smooth jazz station. But hey, some smooth jazz I think is better than no smooth jazz at all, if you ask me, even though there are some deficiencies with 104.7, even though we'll get to that in just a little bit. I listened to the station for a little bit online, and it seemed like they were trying to go after 98.7, because the thing you gotta remember about 104.7 The Oasis is that it's on a regular frequency, but it's also on an HD2. I think Martz Broadcasting Community, luckily for all you Detroit fans, no relation to Mike Martz. But anyway, I believe that it's on a regular frequency at 104.7, as well as being on 107.5 WGPR HD2. The main frequency of 107.5 is, of course, the flagship station for John Mason's morning show. Of course, Mason, the public address announce voice for the Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball. You hear him say that? That's, of course, John Mason. You know when you hear him. Long-timer in Motown. WJLB. 102.7, 105.9, you know the whole deal. But that's where 107.5 is on that station's HD2 feed, as well as it being on 104.7. So it debuted on a translator, and there are similar developments trying to go on in New York. As it seems like Clear Channel is trying to set up a translator at 106.3, as they're also trying to set up a smooth jazz sort of a return on 106.7's HD2, as they're trying to bring it back on 106.7's HD2, which is where 106.7 The Light is. That's, of course, the main frequency in 106.7, and really the #1 station in NYC. So Clear Channel's trying to bring that back somewhat with a smooth jazz simulcast, which is, if it's a Clear Channel simulcast, it's probably just going to be the Broadcast Architecture Network. So unless it's something else at 106.3, unless there's separate stations, I'm not going to put too much stock in that. But in the case of 104.7, I was happy when the announcement first came, but I was a little bit disappointed when I found out that for the most part it was just recycling broadcast architecture, because I thought I'd hear some local personalities, because I listened to this. Gave me an idea throughout the day. I decided, okay, I finally have a free schedule, I can finally do stuff, I can finally move around a little bit like this, instead of being all caught in a space all like this. Can't move, can't operate the way I want to. So I decided I'm not just going to listen to 104.7, I'm going to listen to every single other station that plays smooth jazz and is currently on a high definition 2 frequency. So I listen to 106.7 in Boston. I listen to 95.5 in Chicago. I listen to, what's another, 96.5 in Houston. I listen to, what's another, 98.1 in, 98.1 in Sacramento, as well as listening to a little bit to 98.7 in Detroit, because of course being a Detroit frequency, this goes back to V98.7 in Detroit, which is on HD2 and online. And compared to this, even 98.7 has a couple of on-air personalities. Now I gotta give 104.7 some time, because 98.7, even in its post-main stick life, is still a BA affiliate, as it was in the months and years leading up to its eventual flip to Rhythmic Top 40 AMP 98.7. So it's still a broadcast architecture affiliate, and it still has a couple of local personalities still on that station at 98.7. And hopefully 104.7 will go that route, because right now there's some deficiencies with 104.7. It sounds like to me that it's just recycled broadcast architecture. I looked at who was on their schedule, who their on-air personalities were, and it was exactly the same personalities that there were on the BA Smooth Jazz Network, which I have ripped many times. If you've seen my videos here on YouTube, and even followed me on Twitter, twitter.com/longtime495, as well as I'm now promoting my Facebook page, facebook.com/Balaam Samuel Bobby Akeem, which is my real name backwards. But anyway, I believe that 104.7 could make it, but there's some deficiencies now with the station. It's on an HD2, as well as even when they played the liners at the beginning, it identified itself as 104 as a WGPR Detroit HD2, which means it's identifying itself by its HD2 frequency on 107.5, even though on air it calls itself 104.7, but there is no 104.7 HD2. There's only 104.7 thanks to Mason, who set up the frequency for the station. So right now there's some deficiencies, including the signal, which isn't all that much, which doesn't beam all that much outside of northern Detroit, as well as the fact that it doesn't have too many on-air personalities. But I'm glad that at least somebody is trying to save smooth jazz, unlike everybody else who just seemingly wants to kill it. But I was sort of disappointed when I found out that this was all just a recycled BA, because a lot of the jazz stations that I listened to, again, a lot of them were not BA affiliates. Not even the one CBS, even though CBS is more of a smooth AC station, at 98.7 in Tampa, that wasn't a BA affiliate. 106.7 in Boston, that wasn't a BA affiliate. What was another one that didn't sound like a BA affiliate? The one in Houston at 96.7 didn't sound like a BA affiliate. The one in, I believe it was 107.5 in Dallas, didn't sound like a BA affiliate. Mainly the Clear Channel stations, because Clear Channel owns broadcast architecture. I believe they still do, even though I thought broadcast architecture was about to go indie. For the most part, all of the Clear Channel stations that have smooth jazz on HD2, like 99.1 in Houston and 95.5 in Chi, those are the ones, and probably 106.7 in New York as well, those are the ones with BA on their HD2s. So just look out for that whenever you see a Clear Channel station advertising, rather, it's smooth jazz on an HD2. Oh, we haven't gone. It's on HD2. Yeah, but it's broadcast architecture. Is there anybody local on this station? So that's my analysis. Thank you, Ari Limes, once again for dropping me that line, sending me that request about 104.7 in Detroit. And there are similar developments going on in New York. Clear Channel trying to get a 106.3, I believe it is. But now there's some complaints coming out from a Jersey country station, and I think from another station in New Jersey, and as well as I think Apple 107.1, even though I don't necessarily know that station's format. So there are similar developments going on in New York, trying to bring up the CD brand, which is axed when MS, owners of Kiss 98.7 and Hot 97, decided to flip 101.9 to RXP, an adult album alternative modern rock station in New York. So those are my thoughts on that. What do you think of this? What do you think of 104.7? Have you tried out the station? Can you even hear the station in Detroit? Because there is a lot of Motown that cannot be able to hear this station because of its signal deficiencies outside of the northern suburbs of Detroit. Have you listened to this station? Have you bought an HD radio to satisfy your smooth jazz void now that 98.7 is broadcasting Rhythmic Top 40? Rate, comment, react, reply, add, subscribe. As always, look forward to reading your comments. I'm just one guy talking about nothing. I want to get your take. Now, let me see. How do I get this right? Oh yeah, until next time, I'm Li495, again wanting to talk to you, Facebook.com/Balaam, Samuel, Bobby, Akeem, Twitter.com/Long Island 495. See you on the internet someplace.